Hey everybody, today is Saturday, May 10th, 2025. I am with Sean. We are here in Sanford, Florida, here at the Central Florida Zoo, checking out things like this down here, a gigantic American crocodile. That thing is huge and terrifying. We've been around to see some alligators down here in Florida, and they've been pretty big. The alligators have definitely been very, very big. That thing's the size of like 20 of the largest alligators we've seen down here combined. I would not want to mess with a crocodile. That thing again is absolutely terrifying. But we're having fun here today at the zoo. Figured we'd do something a little bit different today. We could have gone to a Disney park or something, but I figured let's go to a zoo instead. A zoo I have never actually been to before. All kinds of awesome animals here, like these cotton top tamarins. Look at those guys. Look at them. How cool are they? We've been seeing so many interesting and awesome animals here. We saw, what did we see today? We saw a giraffe. We saw rhinos, bear, crocodile, alligators, a kookaburra. Over here in the, what's this called, a herpetarium? Herpetarium. We saw a whole bunch of venomous snakes and lizards and frogs and stuff. There's all kinds of big turtles out here. Lots of awesome, really cool animals here at the zoo. This is a good zoo. I think it costs us like in total together about like $40 or so to get in. So not the cheapest zoo I've ever been to, but a pretty awesome zoo nevertheless. We've been here maybe about like an hour and a half, and we're still just seeing everything. Bald eagles, and they got macaws, all kinds of awesome stuff. Tons of different large cats. Over here we saw an otter, which was pretty awesome. So again, all kinds of really interesting animals here to see. We're having a fun time here at the zoo. It's been a little while since I've been to a zoo. First time I've been to a zoo in Florida, which is pretty awesome. So over here was the otters. They were swimming around. They were grabbing their tails and spinning in circles, which was really cool. Fun to watch. We maybe stood there for like 15 minutes watching them do that. I don't see the otter anymore. It was in the water, then it was over here. Now, of course, that I want to show it to you guys, it's gone. But again, lots of awesome, interesting animals here. There's a porcupine over here, which is really, really cool. Look at these guys down there. I actually had the honor of petting a porcupine before. I had a friend who used to work at the Philadelphia Zoo, got to go in the encounter with them and actually pet a porcupine, which is pretty cool. You just pet them like with the quills, and you're okay. Don't pet them against the quills. That's not a good idea. There's a leopard. Look, oh my gosh, he's out. Look at that. He's zooming in on him for you guys. Look at him. That's cool. That's how he was last time we were over here. That's awesome that we actually got to see him. That is cool. So pretty awesome zoo, pretty decently sized too. I read some things online. Some people were complaining, saying that the zoo was kind of small. I would disagree. This zoo is pretty well sized. There's a two-toed sloth there resting in the tree. Apparently they sleep 20 hours a day. I am officially jealous of the sloth. I want to sleep 20 hours every day. I could take a nap right now. Not that I'm not excited and having fun. I'm having a blast here at the zoo. Still just a little tired though. Over here was the rhino. Apparently you can actually have like an encounter with the rhino. I think it costs like $25 or something, and you can actually pet and I think feed the rhino.
Where'd you go?
I don't know. I see people pointing over there. Maybe the rhino's over here now. He was over there. Oh, yeah, look at him in the water. Look at that. It's a Indian rhino, or greater one-horned rhino. That is where I want to be right now. In fact, I think when we get back home, we're probably going to be going in the pool.
That's fine with me.
We're going to be like rhinos. That guy's awesome. So pretty awesome, really cool zoo. I'm actually like leaning towards maybe seeing when we leave how much an annual pass is. I could see myself wanting to come out here a couple times a year. If it warrants, like, maybe, I would say if an annual pass covers like 3 times, I would say probably worth it. And if I can put my the money I spent today towards an annual pass. Not sure if they do that or not, but if they do that, I would actually consider getting a year-long annual pass for the zoo, because this is a really nice, interesting, pretty cool zoo. Thankfully, it's very, very cloudy today. It's supposed to rain later on this evening. Thankfully, it's like that because it is very warm out today. But the sun keeps going behind the clouds, and then the breeze comes, and it actually feels pretty nice out when the sun's behind the clouds. Over here, there's a giraffe. Look at, oh yeah, oh he's laying down. That is cool. When we were out here before, he was hanging out in the back, just kind of standing there. Now he's actually sitting down. Look at that. That's awesome. And apparently you can actually feed the giraffes here. You can feed them leaves. Pretty cool. All right, yeah, this is definitely an awesome zoo. I didn't even see this. There's like a garden here. This we completely missed before. I don't think it really goes anywhere. That's about it. All right. There we go. We've done it. We did the garden. There's what? Oh, you want to go that way? All right, Sean wants to go this way. Oh, that way also brings us out? Okay. So many cool, interesting animals here. Wasn't quite sure what this zoo was going to have. I've been to some zoos, some smaller zoos. Again, I'm not saying this is a small zoo, but it's a smaller one. And some of those small zoos I've been to, they have just kind of like local animals, or they have maybe a couple exotic animals, but I was not expecting to see things like giraffes and rhinos and stuff like that. There was a bald eagle we saw, which was really cool as well. So all kinds of animals that we weren't exactly expecting to see here that we did end up seeing, which was pretty cool. Down here, look at the cheetahs down here. Look at that. A little bit more lively than they were when we came by earlier. They were completely sleeping. At least now they're sort of up. So yeah, this is a pretty awesome place. There's a warthog back there. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's not a warthog. It's a Chacona peccary.
It's endangered.
It's endangered. I thought it was a warthog. It's not. It's something similar. South America's second largest wilderness. What? Okay. There you go. I think she said it right better. Chacoan peccary. She probably worded that so much better than I did. I was probably so incredibly off on what that's called. So over here is the gift shop. Definitely going to be going back into the gift shop, getting myself a pin. They've got pressed pennies, and what's really awesome, something I definitely have to show you guys, because they don't have one, they don't have two, they have 3 of these out here, which is really cool. No, it's not the cuckoos. That's not what I wanted to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys what's over here and then what's over here. Look at this. They actually have mold-o-matics here. They've got one with a macaw. That is pretty awesome. And then over here they have a giraffe, which is really cool as well. When do you ever come across mold-o-matics? I rarely ever see these anymore. They used to be very common. It used to be a very common thing, a souvenir maker back in the day. Now you rarely ever see them. I hear apparently the company who makes these and whatnot, the pieces are hard to like repair and to get. They don't really make parts for them anymore. So apparently they're very difficult to repair, which is why you don't really see them much anymore. But this zoo has, again, 1, 2, and then over here they have a third one. I have never seen 3 mold-o-matics together before at one place, which is really, really awesome. You want to do the hurricane? You want to go inside there and see what it feels like to be in a hurricane? I don't think I want to see what it feels. I've already been in a hurricane. it's pretty scary. I drove through one before.
I've been in the house.
So this is the other mold-o-matic here. Look at that, it's a rhino. That is pretty awesome. That's cool. I'm gonna have to get a Mold-O-Matic. I don't know which one. I'm gonna have to get one of those though before I leave. So pretty awesome. You can actually feed the animals out here as well. All kinds of cool stuff. They got chickens over here. So many cool, interesting animals. Very awesome place. There was a, what was it, a llama? There was like a llama or something over here.
It's just a chicken now.
Now it's just chickens. But earlier we were hanging out over here and saw a llama kind of walking around, which is pretty cool. So, all right, guys, really awesome zoo. The Central Florida Zoo here in Sanford, Florida. Really awesome place. I'm so happy we came out here today. Again, leaning towards getting an annual pass. I could see myself wanting to come out here multiple times throughout the year. This place is awesome. Were there any other animals you wanted to show off?
No, I think that was really it.
You're good?
Yeah.
All right, so many cool, interesting animals. They actually have a little train up front too, which before we leave, we're probably gonna end up doing. I think it's like $5 to ride a train. I don't know where it takes you, but it's a small little train that takes you around somewhere. We're gonna end up finding out. We've got a splash pad over here as well. So if you do come out here, bring your bathing suit. I brought my bathing suit. You did not bring. You did not bring one. We have to start carrying a bathing suit around in the van, so you can join in on things like that. Because I would totally do the splash pad. But all right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. So if you've ever been out here to this zoo, leave your comments down below. Leave your comments down below if you have been out here to the Central Florida Zoo here in Sanford, Florida. Want to hear from you guys. What other zoos are there in Florida? I believe there is one. Oh, look at this guy. He's cool. I believe there is a zoo kind of out towards Cocoa Beach. I think, if I'm not mistaken. I want to check out that zoo at some time. Definitely going to have to do that. So leave your comments down below. Let me know about your favorite kind of like central sort of Florida zoos, because there are more, which I'm sure there are. I want to go visit them. I want to see them. I love zoos. I'm having a really fun time here at this zoo.
Me too.
You having a good time? You glad we came out here?
Mm-hmm.
Should we get annual passes?
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know how much they are. We'll see. If the price is right, I might have to do it. Again, it was like, I think like 20 bucks for Sean, maybe like 25-ish for me. I think a little bit less than that to get in here. So if the annual pass is maybe like 60 bucks or something, I would totally do that. Here's the kookaburra. This guy's really cool because we could hear him all throughout the park. He makes that kind of traditional, I wish he would do it right now. It's that very traditional sound. Anytime you hear like you're listening to, you're watching a movie, or like you're hearing sound effects and it's like, oh, we're in a jungle. You always hear the sound of a kookaburra. That's what they always make go off. So all throughout the whole day, we've been hearing this guy making all sorts of noise. Of course, now he's being camera shy. Oh well. But all right, guys, that is going to do it. So pretty awesome zoo. Again, get out here, check this place out. I highly recommend coming out here to the zoo. If you're a big fan of zoos, this is definitely a place to come out to. What was over here? I don't even remember what animals we've seen. Oh, this is the reptiles and stuff. We made a circle at this point. So what was over here? Did we see what was over here?
Yeah.
Oh, these are the lizards. Yeah, there's a big, look at him down there.
He's cool.
That's right. All right. I could literally spend the next 3 hours walking around the zoo, showing you guys every single animal there is to see, because again, this zoo is really awesome and there are so many cool, interesting animals. Definitely go in there and check out the snakes. If you don't like snakes, maybe stay out of the herpetarium. Stay out of there, maybe if you don't like snakes. But if you think snakes are interesting, like I do, I think snakes are pretty cool. There's a lot of really cool, interesting snakes in there. Although there was one, there's like this little tiny, like Florida rattlesnake. It's a tiny little rattlesnake, and that's all the bigger apparently they get. And there's apparently very common to Florida, and they're known for like the most bites of a year from a snake. Apparently I need to be careful when I'm out trekking through the woods of Florida, because there's little tiny rattlesnakes that will bite you. But all right, guys, that is gonna do it. I'm hot. Let's go to the gift shop, get some souvenirs, and then go ride a train.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So again, if you guys have been out here, leave your comments down below. Want to hear from you guys. Want to hear about you and your adventures here at the Central Florida Zoo. I'm sure whatever your adventures were, they were fun. I'm sure you probably had a fantastic time because we are having a fantastic time out here. But all right, again, that's going to do it, guys. So as always, thank you all so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check down below for links to Patreon. If you guys do become a patron, I will send you a postcard every single month from the road. These are my favorite guys, by the way. All right, so check down below for links to Patreon. Again, check down below for links to Spreadshirt. Also hit the join button to become a member of this channel to gain early access on all of our videos. And if you guys watch this video all the way to the very end, hashtag silvery-cheeked hornbill, because out of all the animals we saw today, these guys were absolutely my favorite. And that's why, because it sounds like they're laughing, which I think is so cool. It literally sounds like a person going, like I feel like they found something really funny. Those guys are cool. We literally stood there for like 5 minutes just listening to them laugh. So those guys are cool. But all right, that's gonna do it, guys. I promise I will stop showing you animals any minute now. Look at him.
He's so cute. He's just like, hi.
Okay, I swear. I'm maybe possibly done showing you animals. So, all right, like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And if you do hit that subscribe button or you are subscribed, then we will see you in the next video. One more animal. Here we go. Look at that. Pretty cool. All right, that's gonna do it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next video.
Bye.
Bye.